Hey family, so this is part 3 of our series looking at emotional neglect in marriages, in relationships, specifically in marriages. And I say relationships generally as well because emotional neglect doesn't just happen in marriages. It starts somewhere. So the person who's being emotionally neglectful has a history. There's somewhere it started from. So this is also something that applies to just generally families. When there's emotional neglect in a family towards the children, those children tend to be emotionally neglectful in relationships. So that's why I say in relationships generally, but specifically in marriages because that's what we're tackling. The effect it has in marriages. Today we're looking at a few signs of what an abusive relationship, emotionally abusive relationship looks like. Generally, I'm reading out what I wrote in my book. And what I wrote was based on research and to speaking to people. When I say research, academic research, and then also talking to people. Talking to people is also research, but just to specify, I've also been speaking to a number of people, reading up a lot, and then also my own personal experience. Here are some of the signs of an emotionally abusive relationship. You consistently give more than you get in the relationship, which makes you feel devalued and depleted. This is like in terms of you're the one who's ever trying to make peace. You're the one who's ever reaching out to have connection with your spouse. You're the one who's ever trying to organize things for you to do together, while your spouse most of the time is very relaxed about it, is very nonchalant about it. That's a sign of that there might be some abuse. Another one is you feel completely disrespected, or that your needs aren't being met, even after several requests of them being met. Another one is you feel afraid often. They hurt you over and over, either emotionally, spiritually, mentally, or sexually. This results in a cycle of abuse, and it's not love. I'll speak a bit more about that. There's a tendency in an abusive relationship, there's a tendency of, especially in the beginning, when you start pointing out some of the things that are hurting you, that your partner is doing. In the beginning, there might be some sort of remorse about it, and then they seem to want to change and whatnot. But after some time, they go back to the same behavior. And then over time, whenever you bring this up and say, but we spoke about this and it's hurting me, then either the person gets angry, irritated that you keep on bringing this up, or they still seem remorseful, but now this remorse turns into what is termed as manipulation, where they say sorry, but nothing happens. So sorry is just to sort of shut you up or move on from that subject in that instance. But nothing changes. They keep on doing the same thing over and over. That is manipulation, and that is abuse.